hobbies include juggling, playing the harmonica, drawing, jewelry making, crocheting, origami, writing poetry, creating treasure hunts, doing card tricks. I learned how to make an origami crane like 6 years ago, I guess. And I find it really addicting. Every time I see paper, I just want to make a crane. So I generally carry origami paper around with me in case I get bored or other people get bored, so that I could help them feel less stressed. I just practiced a lot over the years, and so I can do it relatively fast. I know a couple of other origamis, but the crane is the most elegant, I think. And I like teaching it too. That one's done.
My name is Ryan Stevens. I'm Commodore, President of the Guilford College Yachting Club. My hobby is tabletop RPGs, the most common example of which is Dungeons and Dragons. You have your skills written down of what your character can do, what your character does, and whenever your character tries to do something, you roll dice to see if they successfully do it. I really like it because, like when you're sitting down at the table, you have your sheet, and it's fun to build your character and try to make it really good. You're with a bunch of friends. Tabletop has to have a bunch of other people. It's like when you're kids. It's you and all of your friends are together and you're pretending to have some great big adventure, and it's lots of fun, I think, even when you're an adult. It's also sort of you're telling a story. Something bad happens to your character, you can either have them brush it off or have it have deep psychological consequences. If they get beaten up by a vampire, you can have them just be like, oh, Mondays. Or you can have them be either really angry or really afraid of vampires. People will really, really like a setting or a genre, really like fantasy, and fantasy novels are really like Star Wars. For a lot of people, joining a game and making a character gets really close to being a character in that actual universe. For 4 hours every Friday, you're a Jedi. And I think that has an appeal to a lot of people.
I'm a classical and electric guitarist. Pretty much my entire being goes into this. I mean, it started off as like a hobby, but it's become my life now. I mean, this is what I do. I am a guitarist. I've been playing since I was 10. In February, that will be 10 years. It'll be half my life at that point. The important thing with being a guitarist or any kind of musician is that you're trying to interpret either someone else's pieces or your own piece, your own emotion into your performance. To think about all of that together and try to pay attention to every single little detail so that you can get that feeling that you want. I'm in the guitar ensemble, so I perform regularly. So it's hard to get the electric guitar part out there. I've been trying to get a band together so that I can perform either covers of songs or do my own stuff, but that's really difficult. In a rock band case, which is what I've been trying to make, you don't really have to have people read notes, but it's hard to find people that want to make that same sound as you and want to play covers of the same artist as you. And it's also difficult when you're a female guitar player because there's a lot of sexism in there where the guys don't like it if you can outplay them, lead guitar wise, and I like to play lead. I like to do the improvising and the shredding and stuff, and so that kind of flips some guys out. On a small campus, that makes it even harder. But even if it is just a hobby for anyone else, it's it can help you to kind of meditate. You kind of work through things, if you're having emotional issues, it's something you can fall back on and use to get through that, and just have something that is fun to do extra But you really, if you want to make it into something big, like your whole life with how music is to me, you really have to put your whole being into it. And that's what I try to do, you know.